Welcome to Make a Path Presents. My name is Ronnie Hayes, and this is going to be a spoiler-free early review of the premiere episode of The Walking Dead Season 6. Now, there will be a follow-up video with some chit-chat about my experience there, and maybe some do's and don'ts and some helpful tips in case they throw an event like this again. The only person I did see up close was Todd McFarlane. I accidentally got in the VIP line. When I came around the corner to Madison Square Garden, I got right in that line. I didn't see the VIP sign. When we noticed it, started walking out, I ran into him. I almost bumped into him, and I tapped him on the shoulder and was like, "Hey, Todd." I didn't want to stop him and bullshit with him because I figured the dude had to have been busy. So I just kept it moving. But that was the only person I saw up close. I will go into detail about everything there. As far as seeing the actors there, that was a tremendous experience. I absolutely loved it. I've never met any of the actors or seen any of the actors at a convention, so this experience was absolutely unreal. I loved it. A little disappointing though, because you see them, but they're so far away. You can't even make out their face. You know, you have to watch them on the screen. And that is basically just like watching them at home on TV. So in that aspect, that was a slight letdown. However, the overall experience was, and it was just absolutely amazing. But right into the review, and I want to let you guys know this is a spoiler-free review. We're not going over any plot points, any spoilers at all. There will be an in-depth spoiler discussion that we'll post on this channel as soon as the episode airs on Sunday night. So let's get right into this. Now, one thing I found myself telling some people on social media was that this premiere was one of, if not, the best premiere yet. Now, I am a huge fan of Season 1, Episode 1, the very first premiere of The Walking Dead, and that's when I first fell in love with The Walking Dead, and I still am in love with that premiere. Even when Season 5's premiere aired, it's an awesome premiere. I still was like, ugh, because I love Season 1's premiere so much. But I would have a hard time choosing between this premiere and Season 1's premiere. That's why I feel like immediately I was like, man, this is the best premiere yet. Not because of any like crazy action or nuts death scenes, or not particularly that. More so for what it sets up. First off, they start big, bigger than I expected, and not like Negan big or anything like that. If you're thinking that, no, not that big. I'm talking big story-wise. The scale of the story when they first start is huge. At least to me, it felt massive. And it's something that no one's really predicting or talking about, so it should come as like an interesting surprise for the viewers as they're watching it. Now, another thing, they do give us some, or me personally, one of my favorite Walker scenes almost right in the very beginning. I love that scene, and you'll notice it's kind of Walker specific, so don't expect a Walker to be eating anybody, you know? It's a Walker specific scene because I love the goriness of the Walkers, and there's one in the very beginning that immediately I'm like, oh yeah, I love my Walker gore. Now, one thing that makes me love this episode so much is the perfect, brilliant, flawless transition from Season 5 into Season 6. And even at times, the way they do it, the structure, at times I was like, holy shit, guys, slow down, you know? And it's definitely going to make some of us that predict the show and the series to go back to the drawing board and re-predict some things, because they utilize the story and remix it in such a way that I now feel like, and this was immediate, when some of the scenes played out, I was like, oh shit, I need to go back to the drawing board on my predictions. And I was really comfortable with my predictions for the season. But especially if they keep this pace up through this season, shit's gonna go fast. Now, put it this way, they successfully condensed 3 to 4 potentially slow story building episodes. They condensed them and combined them into one very full and satisfying season premiere. That is the perfect way to describe this episode. I love the way they utilize some black and white. I love the way they flash back to some scenes, and it was perfection. That, combined with the transition from Season 5 to Season 6, is one of the most influencing factors to make me say, yeah, that is one of the best, if not the best premiere yet. And it's funny too. This is a fun premiere. There was a lot of scenes where I was chuckling, and there was one scene in particular with Morgan and Michonne. I actually burst out laughing. I love it, and I can't wait to see it again on Sunday night, specifically for that scene. But there was a lot of scenes that will get you to laugh, a lot more than I expected, and I mean a lot more. And character development in this episode was a win all around. With all the characters, I felt it was very balanced. Let's just say that with the character development, especially a new comic book character that I will tell you now, immediately I fell in love with him more than the comic counterpart. And there's something specific about Rick Grimes in this episode, some very personal moments that I felt can put all that bullshit to rest about Rick being just a psychotic, bloodthirsty madman. Those personal moments are some of my favorites from this episode. I mean, there's some really solid moments with Rick Grimes, and I absolutely loved it. And like I said before, one of the biggest reasons I love this premiere is because of what it sets up. Not only does it just set something up, but it gives us such a full and satisfying episode and sets us up for what's to come. But it also gives you that feeling that playtime is over and they're not fucking around anymore. This feels like a very intense, emotional, and powerful season in the world of The Walking Dead. I don't know, you just get this feeling that shit is getting real. I know a lot of people were saying once they get to Alexandria, they're afraid it's going to turn into the prison or whatever, or this. They just feel like it might get stale or the story won't move. This episode will put all those fears to rest. I firmly believe that. And the last thing I'll touch on is it has a cliffhanger that's one of those, oh, I want to see what happens next weekend. I will end it by saying, well played. Very well played. I don't know how much they thought this out, especially with the Madison Square Garden, the fan premiere event and the structure of the first episode and the cliffhanger and the way they set the story up and the way they give us some of that story and they combine the seasons. To me, it was utter perfection all around. And this isn't a fan just gushing over it. You guys know there was some episodes that I completely did not enjoy. I did not like the story, and I will talk about it. I'm one of those fans. Like, I do want to stay in good graces with the creators and the producers and the actors on the same strength. If something isn't good, I have to say it. That's just who I am. Or if it's something I don't enjoy, I just have to say it. So I will tell you, no bullshit, I absolutely love this premiere. But if you want to know any concerns, if I did have any, yes, in fact, there is one that I will go in detail of that I do have a concern about for the future of the storyline of that character. And we're going to go in depth with my big concern and my only concern with The Walking Dead after watching the Season 6 premiere. It's with a specific character, a certain character, and it will shed light on a scene or a number of scenes I did not enjoy so much, and I feel like there's a certain factor playing in there. And we will go in depth. I can't do it here without spoiling anything, so we will go in depth on the review for Season 6, Episode 1, the premiere episode. Now listen, guys, that will be a spoiler in-depth discussion about the premiere episode, and I will post it on this channel within minutes after the episode airing. I can't post it sooner, obviously. However, as soon as it airs on the East Coast for the first time, I will be posting it. If you do see it hours later or a day later, do not watch the spoiler review until you watch the episode. Alright, Deadheads, put your... I was going to say thoughts and opinions, but... Shit, put your predictions or feelings about it down in the comment box. And no spoilers, I did notice that, and I noticed this after I watched the premiere, which I am so fucking thankful I seen this after I seen the premiere. But I did notice that like 4 hours before we saw the event, somebody was leaking the script online already for the premiere episode. And I know like a couple fans were posting it just being dicks. I mean, I guess one of them was straight up mad he didn't get to go, and he posted on a thing I saw on Facebook like, well, I didn't get to go, fuck you, this is how it ends. And I was just like, wow, what a dick, you know? So be wary of the internet. It is going around out there. That is an absolute utter shame. And what's even worse is if you don't know that it was posted before the event, some people are going to think it was someone at the event, which is, it's a damn shame. So be careful on the internet, and I'll see you back here on Make a Path Presents for the in-depth discussion Sunday night as soon as the episode ends. And another thing, guys, we are at 23,700 subscribers strong, on the road to 100K. We're growing 100 and some subscribers every single day. We are doing this. So keep that up. A huge, huge thank you. I'll see you guys back here very, very soon. And I appreciate you guys dealing with me with the quality of the episode and the you know, it's kind of echoey, you know. Subscribe now.